Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing. Welcome. Glad to have everyone here, all the newbies. If you're new here, glad to have you. And all the loyal, amazing subscribers. So, you are all going to have the same intro. If you are a cross watcher and you don't want to listen to this intro again, just go on ahead and skip until you see where I'm putting out the cards. And I will timestamp in the information box below. So if you're looking for a particular sign, you can go right to that. Now, right as I was getting ready to hit record, I had to take this deep breath. So a number of you are just really tired. You've really been through the gamut, which is not surprising. We have been undergoing a lot of these intense energies, and they are not going to be letting up. So, and that's why I don't even talk about the energy waves rolling in anymore, because it's literally one after another, and it's just not going to stop. Now, if you are a left brain, very logical thinking person, and you're like, oh my gosh, Nicole, there she goes with all that woo-woo out there, energy wave stuff, it is actually scientifically backed. So when you are feeling these things in your body, if you go online, you can look at the Schumann resonance, which is the frequency of the earth, and you'll see that, oh man, I'm feeling like dirt today. Oh, the Schumann resonance is spiking. Well, no wonder. Or go check the space weather. Oh, there's a solar flare coming in, or a CME, or whatever it is that's happening. There is, scientific proof, information on those things out there. Now, as these waves are hitting us, it's forcing us to heal, release things, because it's preparing us for the next chapters in our lives. So it's preparing us moving forward, our ascension, all different types of lovely things. Now, we did just have this intense wave that was hitting us at the end of this month. A lot of you are finally starting to feel better from that, just in time for this other big wave that's going to hit us around July 2nd. A number of you will begin to feel it as early as this weekend. So, because I am recording it on a Friday, you might get to see my red shirt. I wear red shirts on Fridays. So, do know it's going to continue. Now, things that you can do to help yourself. Because, a lot of times you'll have headaches, you'll have flu-like symptoms, nausea, you'll have just emotions that come up out of nowhere, like, why am I suddenly mad? Why am I suddenly irritated? Why is, my dog driving me crazy, or the kids? Where's this coming from? Well, it's these things that are just coming up to the surface and they're being healed. We don't always need to know the details. It's divinely on autopilot being healed, but it will make us uncomfortable. So what you can do to get through that discomfort quicker, take an Epsom salt bath. Go outside and put your feet on the ground, like on grass, on dirt, not concrete. Take a walk outside. Do something to raise your vibration. Laugh. They're saying laugh. Pray. So for some of you, when you're having these heart palpitations, now I'm not a doctor. If you've got something going on, by all means, go see your doctor. But a lot of times, the healing comes in through the heart chakra. So you're getting this healing that's coming in, and it'll cause heart palpitations. So what I do when those things happen, and it's uncomfortable, is I just pray right away. God, Jesus, Archangel Raphael, if this is because you're healing me, if my physical heart is okay, I'm not having a heart attack, my physical heart is okay, if this is truly just because you are doing healing on me, then please get the heart palpitations to stop, or get the pressure in my chest to stop. Please continue to work on me, continue to heal me and work on me. Just get the physical sensations to stop now. And within seconds, it's gone. Which then is reassuring for me that, okay, great, I don't have to go to the hospital. Whew, I'm gonna make it. So those are things that you can do to help. Now, it is very important at this time to keep our vibrations as high as possible, because we are in the midst of a portalway, a gateway. This portalway gateway is going to be open, they're saying, through Wednesday, July 10th. It will be closing on the 11th. Now, it did kick off around the solstice, and there was a brief portalway for twin flames at that time. Now that one's closed, but this other one is for everyone, and it does, like I said, continue through the 10th of July, they're saying. So what's going to happen is, wherever you are, and to not freak you out, but if you're in a place where you're thinking magic's not going to happen and life is horrible, this is a time where you are setting the foundation for the things that you're going to manifest. So it's a very powerful manifestation time. And a lot of us are having our faith tested. So if we allow ourselves, because of the sensations and things that we're experiencing during this time of healing, and we allow ourselves to drop in a real low place, and we're thinking the world's horrible and I'm so upset with this person, and you're just thinking worst case scenario of everything. Well, that's what we will be creating, because it's a very powerful time. So if you want to create magical things, we're encouraged to keep that vibration high and be in a state of faithfulness, in a state of optimism, so that those things come in. Now, we do have a total solar eclipse on the 2nd. Ironically, that happens to be when this other energetic wave is coming in. Now, for some of you, you're having things eclipsed out of your life. For some of you, this goes back to the Great American Eclipse that we had on August 21st, 2017. So if some of you look back to when we had that last full solar eclipse, which they do term as the Great American Eclipse, you'll look back and you realize, wow, that, my life really shifted at that time. It really changed. Like I could feel something's gonna happen, and then things did happen. You're gonna have another big shift this go around. But for some of you, there was something that they started to shift, that they were trying to shift, something that they were trying to remove from your life. And that, be it person, thing, situation, that will be eclipsed out of your life for most of you between now and July 10th. Because this release has been like, they're saying like pending, hanging there, hanging in the balance, not being completed since August of 2017. So go on ahead and let those things fall away. Keep your vibrations high. If you have to let something go, let them go. And enjoy the wave, ride the wave. They're saying that by not letting go, you're actually holding yourself back from the blessings abound. So anything that's going to be eclipsed, let it be eclipsed, and make sure you're doing your self-care. Now, group healings. There will be 2 in July. There will be a group healing on Wednesday, July 10th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The call for that one will be at 8 p.m. Then there will be a second one on Tuesday, July 30th at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now, when you go to my webpage to schedule those, it does show you what time it is in your time zone. These are general group healings. Everyone can join them. And for those of you that are twin flames and or twin souls, there is a spot for you to put your twin's name and information in there, because if you are in fact a true, genuine twin, your twin will be coming in and they will be receiving the healing at the same time. So this is for everyone. So everyone can sign up. Now, the way that it works with these group healings, it is a distance healing. You're not coming to my house. I'm not coming to your house. But it's going to be a powerful healing. So what happens is you'll be at home in a relaxing environment, because a lot of times people have sensations. They may experience, frequent urination. You might have hot, cold sensations. You might just suddenly become emotional. You might have a Yorkie yapping. Come here, baby. But you'll have these sensations. So you need to be at home so you can just relax and allow those sensations to come up as they come up. Give me 1 second. Get her up here with us. She'll be quiet. Okay. So we begin the group healing session at the scheduled time. I'm not talking to you at that time. I am working on all of you. So you can do whatever you would like. Just be at home in a relaxed environment. You can cook, eat, nap, meditate, read, do house projects, whatever you would like to do. An hour and a half into the healing session, when I'm done working on everyone, there is a Zoom. We have a Zoom conference call, and I send all those details out to you beforehand, so then we all call in at that time. And at that time, I go over everything that, we did. And by we, that'd be me and the divine team, God, Jesus, and the angels that were working on you. So we go over all those details then. And for those of you that are in different time zones, if you are not able to make the call at that time, so maybe you're sleeping, maybe you're on the other side of the world and you're like, okay, Nicole, it's evening for you, but over here it's like 2 a.m. It's okay. If you're not on the call, I actually record the calls for everyone who participates, and I post it onto an undisclosed YouTube link, and I send everyone the link that was participating, so you can see what occurred and what was taken care of, because even if you're sleeping, you'll still be receiving the healing. You do not have to be awake. And actually, it's a lot of times they'll make people sleepy during the healing sessions because they can get in a little bit deeper with that. So I do have some people that'll just fall asleep during the healing sessions. So there will be a link. You will get the information. There's been a lot of positive feedback about the healing sessions. So, you know, if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling blocked, if you feel like there's this dark energy hanging over you, but you don't know what it is, you don't know how to get rid of it, like the recent healing session we did this week, there were actually some depossessions that had to happen. But if you've just got these things, join us. If you're feeling sick and tired of constantly feeling like dirt every time these energy waves come in, because when these waves come in, it's forcing things that need to be healed to the surface to be healed. So if you are continually feeling horrible and you're like, oh my gosh, when will I just get to the point that I can just feel like, okay, yeah, there's some tense energy, but it's not affecting me? When do I get to that point? Well, if you'd like to speed that up, you can join us for the group healing, and we'll just bring stuff up to the surface faster and be able to help get you some relief quicker. Now, the way they do the group healings, if 50% or more of the participants have something, so say they all have a similar health thing going on, maybe insomnia, reproduction issues, kidneys, whatever it is, it's addressed during the healing session. Every healing session, we align skeletal structure. When I say we, it's me and my divine team. So that's lining your back, your hips, your occipital, all the different bones in your body. We remove implants, attachments, curses, hexes, black magic. We cancel soul contracts that are ready to be concluded and ended. We do inner child healing, cut cords, and then we clear and open your chakras. And then, of course, from there, we go to work on any organs and systems that have been affected by any implants that you had. Again, the healing sessions are at a distance. They are $77, July 10th and 30th, and those are live on my webpage now so that you can begin signing up. Now, let me get a sip of water real quick because Archangel Michael wants to talk. Better than New York, he's talking. Okay. So, the tides are now turning, dear ones. You mustn't give up. You must overcome your fears and courageously forge forward into the new unknown horizon before you. This is what you have prayed for. This is what you have longed for. Grab a hold of it. Go for it. It's yours for the taking. Within the past few weeks, you have noticed a surge of energy and excitement beginning to bubble forth within you. This is because you know the time has come. You have finally had the energy and drive to prepare, to make space, to ready yourself for this. Continue allowing this excitement to charge you forward and take the necessary actions. Do not allow fear to creep in and slow your roll. And he has a big grin. A lot of times, every once in a while, he likes to show that he has a sense of humor. He likes to put a little personality into that. Slow your roll. Yes, it is new. Yes, it is uncharted territory. And yet, yes, it is the complete fulfillment of your desires and wishes. Hence, do not falter. Do not allow fears and worries to keep you looking back. They are lying. They are keeping you stuck. Do not allow them to keep you stuck one day longer, for you are destined for greatness. Just as the sunlight peaked with your solstice, you are now peaked, shining brightly and poised for this tremendous change. The switch has flipped. Now your life changes. Now your life becomes all that you've hoped it would become. For many years, you have desired this great love, job, family, security, and complete, utter fulfillment. It is here. The time has come. The switch has flipped. The life you knew, filled with misery, unhappiness, conflict, strife, and difficulties, is no more. That is now behind you. Don't you see? It is behind you. Stop looking at it. Let it go. Allow the sun's joyful rays to beam down on you as you walk forth into your new life. Oh, the many pleasantries awaiting you will surprise and delight you. We have been looking forward to witnessing your joy, your sheer bliss when you see what is in store for you. And it is grand, and far more than you envisioned. Go for it. Trust and go for it. We are assisting We have worked feverishly to time things perfectly and align all for you. Have you not noticed our many signs and blatant synchronicities? That was no mistake. That was your push, your promise, your confirmation, your renewal of hope, your wake-up call, your answer. We have been here the whole time. We have readied everything. We now anxiously await, because the time has come for you to take the necessary action steps towards your blessed future. Alas, we are here if you need our assistance. Just call and we shall immediately be at your side. But you must know and trust that you do have this, that this is your destiny, that you will not fail, that you are guaranteed success. Trust and step forward. It is time. Okay, so excellent. Well, we are going to get ready to get started on your readings. We are doing something a little different this month. It is going to be in elements, but there will be specific messages for each sign. And we are going to be focused on love. Oh, donations. So for the few of you that have been making donations, sorry for your names. I will give you a shout out in the next round of recordings, but thank you so much for your donations. They have been a tremendous help. Those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I had mentioned my CRSC, which is Combat Related Special Compensation, a couple months ago, about how that had been approved, and my CRSC was in fact approved. So it's a special pay that if you get injured in combat because of an instrument of war, there's this extra compensation, which is good. It helps meet the bills, because typically when you're injured by, bullet, or you're blown up, you typically have higher medical costs. Like my medical bills are $1,400 a month. So that comes in very handy. So although it was approved, unfortunately, the way that it is currently calculated, the way that they do that, because my rating is so high, I actually don't receive any compensation from CRSC. So I'm still in the hole about $1,500 a month, less than when I was working. So your donations do come in handy. Oh, they're saying some of you are asking why. What's rating? Okay, so ratings. So you'll have medical issues, conditions is what it's termed, medical conditions, and you get a rating on that. Your benefits, your compensation, those things are determined by what your rating is. So the more messed up, the more medical problems you have, the higher your rating will be. The less medical problems you have, the lower your rating will be. So like for me, in order for me to receive any CRSC, my rating would have to be like 30%. Well, being blown up, it's much higher than that. So that's why there's no compensation. So that is why those of you that have made donations, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That is a huge help, and I do really appreciate it. You will notice July, there are no open appointments in July for any appointments. I will be squeezing in a few of my current clients, but I'm going to be doing quite a bit of traveling this month. I'm actually getting ready this weekend to be traveling to visit family, and then I'll be in New York. So there's lots of travels going on this month, but stay tuned because there will be open appointments in August. So just keep your eyes open for that. I will open those up at some point in the middle of the month, so you'll be able to schedule for August. Do keep in mind, these are general readings. They may not resonate with you. If they're not, although I pray and prepare, I ask every one of you receives at least one message. If it's not resonating, go on ahead and listen to your moon or your rising sign, as you might get something from those. If you don't know what your moon or your rising sign is, there's a ton of web pages online that will give you your birth chart for free. So just go and ask Google, get yourself a free birth chart, and check those out. If you want to know what cards we're using, I will list those below. So read the information box below. And for some of you, they want you to know about my tuning forks. So before I started this intro, I prayed, prepared, shuffled all the cards. They had me pull out I have these angel tuning forks, and they had me pull out the 4,225 hertz angel tuning fork, and they had me do this like clearing with it, where I had to use it and use it over all the cards. So for some of you, that may have some meaning and significance, because they want you to know, and feel free to share the information down below in any comments. And without further ado, we are going to get started. Hello, fire signs. Okay, let's see what is going on with you in July. Wow, you get a stack off the bottom of that deck too. Okay. Those of you that are wondering, they're having me pull cards from the bottoms of the deck. We will go over those once we get to that point. So what we're going to have at the top is your general energy for July, and then we are going to delve into specifics for each of your signs with regards to love. Now, the specifics with regards to love. So whoever the person is that whomever the person is that you want, that you're crushing on, that you desire, the messages that we're going to be going into are going to be the messages that they want you to know. Whatever it is that they want you to know, whatever it is that they want to tell you. So, and again, that will be the person that you want, the person you desire to be with, the person you are crushing on. Okay. And actually, I'm going to move these down. Hopefully not knock them off the table so you guys can see this a little bit closer. Okay. So for your general energy in July, you have cornucopia, and then you have the Seven of Gabriel. And at the bottom it says, stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. Now this is beautiful. I mean, this is beautiful, fire signs. You've got cornucopia. I mean, this is like the ultimate card. This is about wishes being fulfilled, but just not one wish, two wish, but like all of your wishes and desires being fulfilled. Every single thing. Like, look, this is bursting full with harvest. Like everything you've been wanting, everything you've been working toward coming in. All these blessings rolling in for you. But it's partnered with this card, Seven of Gabriel. So in July, you are going to be receiving this, which again is beautiful. It's beautiful. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. You're going to be granted all the things that you desire. However, to have those things, it does require that you put in the work, that you take the necessary action. In this deck, the Wands cards are the Gabriel cards. It's about action. You see, she's like, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to ride through the storm with lightning cracking around my head because, by God, this has to be done. It's not going to feel good. It's going to be uncomfortable. I might get a little shocked, but I'm still going to do it because I'm determined. I'm committed. It will be done because this has to be done for me to get my blessings. And I'm sick and tired of not getting my blessings. So I'm going to put the work in. So you get the blessings, you get the rewards. There is a little bit of work, though, that's necessary in July to bring those things to fruition. Okay. Now, I'm not going to cover all these cards with you guys. I'm going to flip through them real quick. Excuse my grumbling stomach. I have not eaten today. Okay. So, for some of you, you do in fact need to stand your ground with someone or with some group of people. You're being encouraged, so like your work to put in is stand your ground, stand up for yourself. Don't back. They're saying do not back down. Some of you, there's something that you need to resolve from the past, something in the past that you need to end. For some of you, they're saying the standing your ground is saying no. Absolutely not. Because for some of you, the person you're going to have to say no to has been able to talk you into things previously. And that in order for you to have your blessings and your wishes fulfilled, you do need to tell someone no. Yes, they're showing me two. So like So say for some of you that's love. Maybe you have this person that keeps trying to get you back. They want to work things out. No, baby, we can do this. Don't go. They're keeping you from being with the one that you should be with. So stop letting them talk you into staying there. Get them off of your coattails. Be firm. Let them know it's over. And they are saying that, this action, for most of you, it's something you need to be steadfast, determined, and relentless. You must go after it. You have to take the action for it. So for some of you, yes, we are going to be covering love. But say for some of you, because this is, again, your general energy, maybe you've been wanting to, because this isn't just one wish, this is multiple wishes. So maybe you've been wanting to start your own business. You've been daydreaming about it. You've been thinking about it. You've been putting your business plan together. But you haven't actually gone out to find an investor. You haven't actually applied for loans. You haven't actually completed anything to get your business license. You've just been thinking about it, sitting in your living room, writing down your ideas. But you haven't put any action into it. So we can daydream all day long about how amazing this business will be. We can have people tell us like, oh my gosh, you're the best, jewelry designer ever. Oh my gosh, you would have such a flourishing business. Oh my gosh, you have to have this amazing business. People would be flocking to you for your jewelry. So you'd have all these people talking about it. You know that it would be a successful business. You're writing stuff in your living room, but until you actually do something about it, nothing will happen. You could sit in your living room daydreaming about it for 10, 20, 30 years and then die having never started this successful business where you would have had hundreds of thousands of customers whose lives you could have changed. Your life would have been fulfilling. You would have been stuck in a miserable job that you were in, working 9 to 5, clear up until the day that you died, because you took the risk. You took the leap of faith. You actually took action. Or you don't. And then these dreams and things that you had go nowhere. That's where you're at, fire signs. For some of you. Well, for all of you, yes, you are at the point you have to take action. All of you have to take action, they're saying. But you are at that point. To have these things happen, you must take action. You have to do something. They're saying a do or die. It is time to do something about it. And they're going to be a crass term that's a common term for pilots, but it's like balls to the wall, full speed ahead. You are giving it full throttle, everything you've got, taking action. This is the month to do it. Because if you do it this month, this is what you get. And since this is your general energy, good news, fire signs. It does appear you're actually going to do it this month, which is why you get your blessings this month, because they're saying you jump in first thing in July, like it's not even July yet. We've got a few days. So say you listen to this reading over the weekend and you're like, you know what, Nicole, dang it, I'm in it. I am in it. I'm going to do it. I'm taking action now. You start jumping in July, taking action. By mid-July, you're going to be starting to reap your harvest. You're going to start having those blessings come in. It is going to be a quick, swift turnaround. And you'll be so glad you did. Now, let's get some quick clarifiers, see if there's anything else. So for most of you on the deck, you have love, the hearts. So for a number of you, you are going to have success. So for some of you, there's this love. You think it's going to be difficult. You think that there's this massive mountain that you're going to have to overcome. Like, oh my gosh, it's not going to work out. But it's going to be swift. It's going to be quick. It's kind of like when you take off a Band-Aid. You don't want to slowly take the Band-Aid. No, you want to rip that off, because the sooner you get it off, the better off you are. But things are going to rapidly turn over. And things will be aligned, and things will be improved with this lady or man. And it is someone who you're wanting to go in their direction. You're not going to, okay, so they're saying you're not, for a large number of you, since these are your bottoms of the deck, this is a woman or a man who you want to go in their direction, but you are so afraid What if I can't overcome that mountain? For some of you, this is the other woman. So maybe you're in a relationship, but you don't want to be in that relationship. You want to be the other person, because this card can sometimes represent the other woman. But you want to be with this person. You're afraid it's going to be too difficult to get there. When in fact, it's not. And when in fact, you do get this love. If you take the action, you do want to swiftly pull your anchor from the person that you've been with, quickly go in her direction. Try to keep these in order because you're in love with her. You're not with her. You notice that in this deck, there's 2 men, there's 2 women. You are not with this woman. You love this woman. You want to be with this woman. You will be with this woman if you take the action. Now, it makes it easy. Rider, stars, and clouds. Now, the interesting thing with the Rider card, this card, it's about news. It's about news coming in. It's good news. Now, whatever is to the right of this card is what the news is about. And you have the Star card. It's about our destiny, our fate, our future. And then you've got clouds. You know, clearing up. Things are going to... News regarding your future, your destiny, that will be clearing up things, clearing up the confusion, ending the sorrow, ending the depression. You'll get out of your head trip. So for some, okay, so you know how they were saying, giving the example of somebody wanting to start a business where they're just thinking about it, they're constantly spinning in their head. You can sit and think all day long. Then suddenly you're giving yourself worries and fears, and what if it doesn't happen, and you're just spinning things and worries and fears out of control? You're sending yourself down, spiraling down a negative head trip, instead of just taking action, going for it. That's what it is. So there's 2 different types of news. This is verbal communications. This is also in-person communications, going to speak with someone in person. So for most of you, this woman who you love, who you want to be with, she is at a distance. In July, you're going to be putting up, doing the work. And you're going to be having an in-person conversation. You're going to clear the air. You're going to share some truth. But that's what's going to turn things around for you. You're going down a destined fate. So this person that you're moving this relationship is like a destined person, someone that you're fated. This person you feel like that, okay, they're you're meant to be. They're your soulmate, they're your twin flame, they're your twin soul. That's your one. And you're going to be going to speak with them. Now, for some of you, it is a general reading. Someone could be coming to speak with you. But for 99% of you fire signs are the ones that are going to be taking the action to have the conversations. Now, there are some of you that are going to be having, they're showing me dual conversations, 2 conversations. So you're going to be having a conversation with someone, because you know I said I was looking at the bottom of this deck and then there's a whole stack. We don't have time to cover all these cards. But for some of you, there is going to be a conversation with a person that you are letting go of. Because you got this adjacent possibilities. And again, this is saying the same thing that the Lenormands were. You got this woman holding the heart, attachment, this person's chained, adjacent possibilities, the man holding the heart, and victory. So these 2 are going to be together. You're going to be with the one that you love. You are guaranteed success. This is meant to happen. But do you see what's in between these 2? So to not cause confusion. Okay, so they want me to explain it in more depth as we hit your cards separately, so you guys aren't saying, I don't understand, Nicole. Because it is a general reading, there's a lot of you. Some of you are in a boat where what is keeping you from being with the one that you love is you are chained, you are shackled to someone else. Because again, adjacent possibilities, going through a new door, new path, plan B. But you have to have the conversation with the person you're with to free yourself. Now, for others of you, this is about taking off the mask, sharing the truth. Others, this is about releasing releasing your beliefs and fears about the past. So maybe this is, working things out with someone that you're not with, and you're afraid things are going to be like they were in the past. Okay, and they're saying that's why we are going to cover those one at a time as we cover your cards. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Now, before we do, this is the bottom of this deck. Now it says, some good stuff's about to be happening. Don't let your issues muck it up. Now, by issues, it can be, it's not saying that you've got things wrong with you. Your issues could be that, hey, you've got this person you've not let go of, or you're just sitting thinking about it and you're not doing anything about it because there's fear, whatever it may be. Then you've got, the reason I keep saying for some of you it's release your ex. This was the card on the very bottom of that deck, release your ex. Then you have to keep an open mind. This is a dude having a conversation. Again, with two people, there's that dual thing. And you got healing family issues. So for some of you, it's you've not healed something. So let's break it down by your signs so that you guys are not confused and get you a little bit more detail. Okay, so we are going to start off with Leos. You have the card. Now again, these are, what does the one you want, your crush, your love interest, the person you want to be with, what do they want you to know? And you have engagement. At the bottom it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then you have you do you. And on the back it says stop trying to change people. That never works. So there is someone who you are committed to. You are in a monogamous relationship. You are married to them. Someone that they are your other half. They're your person. But things are not going so well. They would like to fix things. They would like to repair things. They would like to improve things. They want to overcome the hurdles, the blocks, the challenges, the arguments, the differences that the two of you have had. But they are asking that you stop trying to change them. For some of them, they don't feel as though they are good enough. You see on this image, you see how he's got his head tipped downward? If someone's not proud of themselves, they'll tilt their head down. If they're proud of themselves, they'll stand upright. They will look you in the eye. He's not looking her in the eye. He's looking down, and he has the bill of his cap blocking his eyes. So for some of you, they feel as though they are not good enough, as though they are not worthy. And they feel that way because with this whole feeling like you're constantly trying to change them, they feel like they're not good enough. What they have to offer is not good enough. And they are coming at a crossroads of trying to decide, well, are you going to accept me as I am? Can we work this out or not? Now for another group of you, you have been apart from each other. This the whole you do you. So maybe you've been on a break. And you see he's got this notebook over here. So he's been working on himself. And he's ashamed of things in the past, how things transpired. He wants you to know, or she, again, it's a general reading, he or she wants you to know that they want to make things right. They want to repair things. They want to fix things. And they ask that you are open and receptive to that. So in your case, your thing about not only issues, not allowing, holding on to what transpired in the past to keep the two of you from potentially being able to work things out. So kind of like if, we'll give an extreme example. So say someone's, partner cheated on them, but then that person says, okay, well, I'm going to stay with you because baby, I love you. We're going to work this out. But then they're constantly throwing up in the person's face. Well, remember that time you cheated? Remember the time you screwed around? And in the back of their minds, they're always thinking the person's going to screw around. So they're not trusting them. So they are on a faulty foundation. It's never going to work out. If they can't truly forgive and forget, wipe the slate clean so they can start fresh, it's bound for failure. It's destined for failure. So they're asking Leo that you allow the slate to be cleaned. And in order for you to have the opportunity for that, in order to be able to heal this family unit, because this is reversed, healing family issues, it's reversed. In order to heal that, it does require an open mind. It doesn't require allowing things from the past to fall away. Or be at the crossroad and decide that that's not going to happen. But they would like to work it out with you. Okay, now we are moving on to Sagittarius. You have free yourself. At the bottom it says it's time to take back control of your life. And then you have this card, love, and on the back it says, get some, give some, it will cheer you up. And then you've got, you need a big hug. And on the back it says, squeeze. Okay. So Saggies. This person, so again, these are the messages of what does she or he, what does this person that you want, your crush, your love interest, the one you want to be with, what do they want you to know? You are not in a relationship with this person. You are in a committed relationship with someone else. You see there's this A and D. So you're committed, you're shackled to someone else. And this is kind of like ropes. So you hitched your wagon to the wrong one. Your names could begin with A and D, but you're hitched, you're lassoed, you're stuck. You see how there's like this belt? You're chained down, you're shackled to the wrong one. You are in a relationship with someone, a committed relationship. It could be a marriage, but it is a monogamous, committed relationship. Could be boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, but it's a toxic relationship. You feel trapped. You feel suffocated. You feel stuck in the relationship. You feel like there's nothing you can do, but you can. I mean, this is the magical unicorn. He's laying on the ground. If he stood up, he would be taller than that fence. All he'd have to do is lift a leg, walk over, lift the other one, walk over. He doesn't even have to exert energy and effort to jump over it. Just lift his legs and walk right over it. Walk busting out of there with no effort. Really no effort. But you think you're stuck in it. You think you can't get out. This person that you are in a relationship with, they are very smothering, very manipulative, very controlling. And you're just miserable. It's also a relationship where there is not a deep connection. There's not a deep love. Hence why you're thinking about someone else. And these are your messages from that other person that you want to be with. And that person is saying, get out of this relationship. Take back control of your life. Free yourself from this toxic relationship that you are in. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of a deep connection. You are deserving of happiness. They would like to have that with you. They love you. They deeply love you. And you know you have a very deep connection with them. For some of you, this is your twin flame, twin soul, or it's a very high-level soulmate. You have telepathic communications. You know they're the one. They know you're the one. But you need to free yourself. They're asking you to let that person go. Get out of that prison, that relationship you're shackled in, so they can give you love, so you can be in a true deep connection relationship with someone who loves you, who wants to build a solid foundation with you. And they're ready and waiting to wrap you in their arms. They're ready to wrap you in their loving arms, they're saying. But for them to do that, you've got to walk away from the one you're with. Now for you, Sagittarius, I was saying that we're going to not confuse all of you. You've got good things coming. This person's ready. They want this with you. But your thing to not screw it up is to let this person go. The release your ex card is about you. letting this person go. Because for some of you, you see how this, horse, magical unicorn, is in the cage by himself. So for a number of you, you aren't even physically with this person. You're at a distance. You don't live together. You're like rarely ever even seeing the person. You may even be actually on a break from each other. You just haven't officially called it quits because there's not two horses in here. There's one. So although you've been shackled in a relationship, you've been on your own for way too long because you don't want to be in it. So it's just a matter of officially ending it, having that conversation, because the other card we had in the bottom of the deck was the keeping of mind. This guy having this conversation with two people. So you, Saggies, are one of the people that needs to have a conversation with two women or men. You got the relationship you need to end, and then have the relationship with the person who you will be heading in their direction. But the one you want, they want you. They love you. They're ready to give you some hugs. But they would like to see you free yourself from the hellacious relationship you've been in and come in their direction. Okay, moving on to Aries. You have playfulness. At the bottom it says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then you have forget fear. At the back it says, it will lie to your face. So the time has come for love with you. So the person that you want, the person that you desire, this is what they want you to know. They want you to know that it's time. The time has come. You are not in a relationship with them. You do know them. It's not a stranger. They would like to start new with you, fresh with you. They ask that you release your worries and your fears about the past. So for, your issues are not issues, nothing wrong with you. It's just holding on to the past. What if this is a repeat? What if they do the same things they did before? Or what if they do what my ex did? And oh my gosh, I just don't know. They're asking that you release those things, you release your worries, your fears, so that the two of you can come together. I'm also hearing that this time it will be different. It'll be different. Now, for those of you that are in a relationship, you haven't gone in separate directions, things have been rocky. You've been having some arguments, things aren't going so well. They want you to know that they do want to fix things. They want to repair it. They want the fun back. They want the romance back. They want the fun sex back. They want to go swing on swings with you by yourself in the forest naked. I don't know, but they want that. They want that stuff, which is what couples should have. They want it. So they're asking that you release your worries. It's not going to be the same old thing. They are going to make things right. They are going to repair things. And they are fully focused and committed to you. They have only eyes for you. You're their one, and they want to prove that to you. They want to show that. So you can have those conversations. You might be swinging on a swing in the forest with them in July, and that would make for an amazing month. So I do wish you all an amazing month filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.